This is Bay News Now, special coverage.
Hello and welcome to the official ribbon cutting of our new spaces here at Oyster Bay Middle High School. I'm Grace Curry and thank you for joining us. The new spaces being celebrated over the next hour include the Innovation Lab in the library, the CoLab on the second floor, and the new state-of-the-art broadcasting studio. In fact, we are coming to you live for our first time out of the new broadcasting studio right now. We will be joined by a number of guests and bring you the full ceremony. That ceremony starts in less than 15 minutes in the library. So joining us from the library right now is Madeline Matthews with an inside look.
Thanks, Grace. I'm here right outside the new Innovation Lab, one of the 3 new spaces we'll be celebrating today. Outside, we have the Tri-M Music Honor Society playing some tunes, and people are just starting to fill in, and excitement is in the air. The 3 spaces we are celebrating today is the Innovation Lab, the CoLab, and the new broadcasting studio where my coworker Grace Curry is currently reporting from right now. Here with me, I have Hannah Vidro. Hi, Hannah. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks. So have you used any of the new spaces?
Yes, I use the Innovation Lab.
What do you use it for?
3D Printing Club.
Have you used it for any other school projects?
I used it for my book talk. It's very good space and it's very quiet.
So how do these new spaces help enhance your learning, and how do they differ from usual classroom setting?
Well, it's very cool. It's like quiet. There's not a lot of distractions. It's just you and maybe a few other people. It's very nice.
Do you have a favorite one of these spaces so far?
I like the broadcasting studio. It's very cool. It's like very I don't know. I don't know the word for it.
Like 21st century?
Exactly, 21st century.
Thanks so much, Hannah.
You're welcome.
Go to the bottom.
And now let's go back to my coworker live in the broadcasting studio. Back to you, Grace.
Thank you so much, Madeline. It's still looking great down there. We have a short time before the ceremony starts. We'll head back to the library in a few minutes, but joining us live right here is from the studio is another Bay News Now anchor, Scarlett Fredrickson. She is someone who has used the broadcasting studio. So what's inspired you to join and be part of the Bay News Now team?
So coming into high school, I really had an interest in journalism, and I thought it was. Sorry about that. I thought joining journalism would be a fun idea, and now it's become a part of my life that I really enjoy and I look forward to doing, and I have a lot of fun doing it.
That's great. What's the biggest difference that you've seen since we moved to the new studio this past month?
Wow, there's a huge amount of differences. My first thought when we were in the new studio was like, this feels so real. Like compared to being in the art room with just the camera, it was an insane difference compared to being in here in the studio.
That is great. And what's your favorite part about being able to be in the studio now?
I think my favorite part is just like how real it feels. Like I feel like I'm actually like on TV. Like it's such a fun feeling because of how real like the whole room feels. It's really cool.
That's great. Did you ever think that you'd be doing this and joining broadcasting and going live?
To be honest, if you asked my younger self that, probably not. But it's weird to think that now I am, and it's something I really love.
That is great. So there's a bunch of different spaces coming up, and this is the Innovation Lab, and that is an amazing new space in the library. We also have the CoLab that we'll be showing in just a few minutes. So if you're just joining us, you're watching the live broadcast of our new spaces here. So Scarlett, how do you feel about the new spaces that other than the broadcasting studio?
I love the new spaces. They're really cool. We've gone in our classes, we've gone to them to do schoolwork. It's a really nice environment to work in. And it's just really new and I love it. It's great.
That's great. I know a lot of teachers have been saying about how it kind of gives you a college feel. How do you think about that?
Definitely. It's definitely a bigger space. They're bigger spaces compared to what we were like a couple years ago. And you definitely get the college feel because of how like modern it is and how you're kind of open to do what you want. And it's nice.
Well, thank you so much, Scarlett. So if you're just joining us, you're watching the live broadcast of the opening of the 21st Century Spaces at Oyster Bay Middle High School. And we're right now tossing back to Maddie in the library right now.
We're here right at the Innovation Lab, and even more people are coming in. And here right now, I have Amelia with me. Hi, Amelia. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. So have you used any of the new spaces thus far?
Actually, I've used the CoLab for a science fair project. We were told to go up there and review with some of the older kids with our science fair to see how we could improve. And I actually got a really good grade on it, so thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Was it fun up there?
It was so much fun. It's such a good and big space. It's so like well polished and it's very nice in there.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So how do you say that these like new like innovations, how do they impact your learning experience?
Well, they give us more space and they give us more freedom to learn and more of a nice mindset of we're here to learn and we're here to enjoy ourselves.
Thanks so much, Amelia. That's so cool. And now we're going to go cut it back to you, Grace.
Camera 1 or camera 2? So right now we are still awaiting for the ceremony to start. However, we are so grateful to have our new spaces in use. This new spaces, including the Innovation Lab, the CoLab, and our new broadcasting studio. The Innovation Lab in the library has been used for many different things, especially for classrooms and to give them a new college feel. Also with the CoLab, allowing for everyone to participate and join different classes together to make a collaboration within classes. Right now, we are seeing the Tri-M Music Honor Society preparing to play the national anthem and other songs for the ceremony that is starting in just a couple of minutes. The ceremony should be starting in just a few minutes. We will be hearing the welcoming remarks from Miss Rayner and the national anthem from the Tri-M Music Honor Society. We will also hear from the Student Council President, Matthew Zakarian, the Principal, Melissa Argaman, the Board of Education, Miss Nancy Castro Giovanni, closing remarks by Dr. Ianni, and the ribbon cutting by the Board of Education and the Superintendent of Schools. And we will also be getting a tour of the new spaces. So all the attendants of the ceremony will be able to go and view what they are opening. So right now we can see the attendants coming in and getting their seats. We can see the Board of Education coming in and parents of the students of Oyster Bay Middle High School. We can also see our superintendent, Dr. Yanni, and our principal, Melissa Argaman. And the ceremony is about to begin in just a few minutes. So we're going to toss it back to Madeline Matthews downstairs in the library.
So we are here live right now, and so many more people have just come in. We have the Tri-M Music Honor Society here now getting ready to play, and we have a bunch of parents and administrators here getting ready to see the beautiful ribbon cutting, and we are so excited to see what's about to happen.
Correct. You guys take cover.
You have to stay there right now, or can you give it back to you? You have to stay there. I'll get this to my mom.
So now it looks like we're about to go live and we're about to start the speeches, and let's go see what's going to happen.
All right, good evening. It is with immense pleasure that I welcome you all to our ribbon cutting ceremony for the 21st Century Capital Improvement Renovation at our high school. Today marks a significant milestone in the journey towards creating an environment that fosters excellence in education and nurtures the growth of our students. Before we proceed any further, I would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to the individuals and groups whose dedication and support have been instrumental in bringing this vision to life. First and foremost, I want to acknowledge our esteemed Board of Education for their support and commitment to educational excellence. Board President Lori Kowalski, Vice President Nancy Contromani, and our Board Trustee with us tonight, Mary Ann Santos. A huge thank you and acknowledgement to our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Yanni, for his leadership and vision, which have paved the way for the innovative changes within our school community. We're also honored to have special guests with us today, representing key partners to this endeavor. Representing our architect and engineering firm from BVS Architects, we have Fred Siva, Carolisa Bremson, and Kevin Walsh and their entire team. Representing our construction management firm, Triton Construction Company, we have George Lehman. Their expertise and collaboration have been invaluable throughout the renovation process, ensuring that the vision becomes a reality. I extend my deepest appreciation also for our administrative team, faculty, staff, and above all, our students, whose enthusiasm and resilience have enriched our school community every step of the way. Before we proceed to the ceremony, I must recognize the dedicated individuals who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to organize today's event. Ms. Melissa Arkman, High School Principal, Ms. Erica Giulio Happ, Director of Fine Performing and Media Arts, Mike Rispoli, Head Custodian of High School, and his entire custodial team. Thank you. This day will be passed out. Following our national anthem, we will be bringing up Matthew Zakarian, the Student Council President. So at this time, first, I'd like to introduce the high school Triumph Music Honor Society members under the direction of Mr. Matt Sisko for the national anthem.
What is innovation? That's the same question that countless students and I have every second that we heard about a composer these days. But after countless hours of testing and using this lab, I can proudly tell you that it is an excellent addition to our already amazing Oyster Bay High School. This room provides a wonderful opportunity for students to facilitate their learning, giving us an easy way to make education fun. I am Matthew Zakarian, the President and Treasurer of the 3D Printing Club, the Robotics 3D Printing Officer, and the Executive Board Student Council President here in Oyster Bay. As the President of the 3D Printing Club, I have spent countless hours in this very innovation lab, developing designs and teaching my fellow club members how to create 3D prints. And through the use of this tool, we've been able to have great access to a bunch of learning technologies that we couldn't ordinarily have in a normal library, such as these big TV-style smartboards that anyone can hook up their account to and show off all their designs to their fellow classmates. And these cool wall-standing whiteboards in the back of the room that really helped us to make good designs before putting in the work to design them on our computers and print them. Once we do create a design, it's really great to have our printers close on hand here on these shelves. And by being in this innovation lab, we're really able to have our work area, our design area, and our print area all in one space. And this creates a great sense of joint collaboration, and it serves a practical purpose as well. It allows us to put something to print, and while it's printing, we can watch it work while we're working on another project at the same time. By watching it, we can save a print if it fails, and we can gain a greater sense of how the printer is interacting with our part. As part of the robotics club, I've spent a lot of time working on the robot, and as the club's 3D printing officer, I'm always looking for a robot to better integrate our design team with a more technical driving and coding teams. I feel like the Innovation Lab is an easy solution to our communication problems. Similar to how it benefits the 3D printing club, the Innovation Lab has helped the robotics club to build a greater sense of teamwork by keeping us together in a fresh, compact work environment. Not only can we design parts for the robot, but we're also able to build our testing area for a robot and gain immediate feedback for any changes that need to be made to our parts. In conclusion, the Innovation Lab at Oyster Bay High School stands as a testament to the power of progress and collaboration. Just as countless students, including myself, initially questioned its purpose, we've come to witness its transformative potential. We've spent countless hours experimenting, designing, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. And it's clear that this space is more than just a room. It's a symbol of our school's commitment to innovation and education. So let us continue to embrace the spirit of curiosity and cooperation that thrives within these walls. Together, let us forge a brighter future, one innovation at a time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Matthew. Today marks a very special day in the history of Oyster Bay High School as we celebrate the grand opening of our new innovative spaces. These state-of-the-art facilities stand as a testament to our district's commitment to excellence in education and our dedication to the holistic development of our students. This beautiful school building, which was built almost 100 years ago, has been a bastion of learning that has stood the test of time here in Oyster Bay. For decades, this institution has been a second home for countless students, fostering their intellectual curiosity and nurturing their dreams. Generations of learners have walked through these halls, leaving behind a legacy of excellence and achievement. The importance of our school's rich history is something that we honor and value each and every single day. Yet here we are standing on the threshold of a new era. We recognize that there's a need to evolve and adapt to the changing needs of our students. Education is not static. It's a journey that requires us to embrace innovation and transformation. Today, we proudly unveil these spaces designed to inspire creativity, collaboration, and critical thinking amongst our students. From a cutting-edge broadcasting studio to collaborative learning environments such as the Innovation Lab and the CoLab, these spaces have been meticulously crafted to empower our students to reach their full potential. Here, they will not only acquire knowledge, but also cultivate the skills and mindset necessary to thrive in a very ever-changing world. I would like to thank Dr. Yanni, Ms. Rayner, the Board of Education, and the entire Oyster Bay community for allowing us to reaffirm our commitment to supporting the next generation of leaders, innovators, and global citizens. By supporting the building of these new spaces, you have allowed us to uphold the values of excellence and lifelong learning that define our school community. May these new spaces serve as a beacon of inspiration and empowerment for generations to come. I would now like to welcome our very own news anchor, Grace Curry, who will say a few words about what these new spaces, particularly our broadcasting studio, has meant to her. Thank you.
Okay. Hello. For those who do not know me yet, my name is Grace Curry.
and I'm a senior here at Oyster Bay High School. And I'm also the anchor of our morning show, Bay News Now, this morning. I'm actually pulling double duty right now, and I'm anchoring our live broadcast of this ceremony, which is being filmed in the new broadcasting studio as we speak. As a member of the Bay News Now team, I can say that we're very grateful to be able to expand our learning and experiences in the new state-of-the-art studio. Since shifting to the new studio, we have been able to take what we've learned in the classroom and apply it to a real-life newsroom setting. We have been able to hold professional interviews and have more guest appearances on our morning show due to the new space. I can already see the growth of our program and of our team. Having more students becoming involved in the filming of our morning show after school. I wish that I could have more time in the studio as I will be graduating next month. However, with the new addition to the school, students will be able to pursue their interests in media arts. A big thank you to Mr. Dolan, who's directing our live broadcast upstairs, and our fine and performing arts director, Ms. Erica Giliopak. They have both worked so hard to put together an amazing course program and space for us to keep doing what we love. All the students at OBHS are extremely lucky to have the support and encouragement of the wonderful staff and administrators who work tirelessly to bring wonderful opportunities and state-of-the-art facilities to all of our schools. I hope you all enjoy the viewing of our new facilities and make sure to check out the new broadcasting studio on our YouTube channel, Bay News Now. Thank you so much. I'd now like to welcome our Board of Education Vice President, Ms. Nancy Castro Giovanni.
I would like to welcome everyone today to this special occasion. As a member of the Board of Education, I stand before you today filled with immense pride. This gathering marks the culmination of a community dream, the dream of a revitalization of our high school that empowers all of our students for their future. Just a short while ago, this vision seemed like a distant possibility. But thanks to the overwhelming support of our incredible community, who voted in favor of our bond initiative, we stand here today surrounded by the fruits of our collective labor. Look around you. This once plain entranceway now welcomes our students and visitors to a modern and inviting atmosphere. Inside, the brand new broadcasting studio allows our aspiring journalists and media enthusiasts to learn and to create at a professional level. The state-of-the-art Innovation Lab provides the perfect space for our champion robotics team to hone their skills and push the boundaries of technology. And the new collaboration space offers a dynamic environment for the students to connect, to share ideas, and ignite their creativity. These improvements are more than just bricks and mortar. They're a testament to the unwavering commitment that we as a community have to our students' success. These facilities provide the tools and resources that will spark innovation, nurture talent, and foster a love of learning. I want to extend my sincerest gratitude to every single person who played a role in making this dream a reality. Thank you to the voters who trusted us with your investment. Thank you to the architects, the engineers, and our construction crews who brought our vision to life. Most importantly, thank you to our dedicated administrators, including Dr. Yanni and Ms. Maureen Maynard, to our staff, to our custodians, and to our teachers who inspire and guide our students every single day. Today we celebrate not just the completion of this project, but the beginning of a new chapter for Oyster Bay High School. With these new spaces, our students have the potential to achieve even greater things. The future is bright, and thanks to your support, we are well equipped to conquer it. Thank you very much.
Please welcome our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Francesco Ianni.
My mom would be very, very proud of me today because for the first time I let go. You see all this preparation.
We're going into Maddie's story after this.
I left Melissa Arkin, our new principal, amazing job. Led pretty much Mark and Miss Erica G. Pat, which is.
You don't need to, just press the camera, honey, on the front page. Turn it off. And down on the bottom is the flashlight on one side and the camera on the other.
Right, Rain, Marie Raynor, let them do all the work, and they created this beautiful ceremony. So from now on, I'm going to stay out of your way. You're doing a good job. I also want to thank the entire town. And tonight with us, we have Councilwoman Michelle Johnson. Thank you for coming. We have a citation for the school, so we thank you for your support. And thanks Supervisor Saladino for all the support over the years. And I also want to welcome, congratulate Samantha Getz, our new legislator. She has a citation for Oyster Bay High School. Thank you so much. Today is, for me and for a lot of us that we've been working on this project, is more than just a ribbon cutting. It's a combination of a shared vision. It's a launch pad to the future. It's a testament of the power of collaboration, the unconditional support that we received from the entire community, and the exciting beginning of a new and vibrant chapter that we have here at the high school. You're going to be wowed by the spaces that you're going to see in a few minutes. I know we're taking a lot of time, but you're going to enjoy that new space. And the work done inside is clearly a reflection of the fresh energy, the creativity, and the innovative spirit that defines Oyster Bay High School today. We know we have the student body. We know that we have the capabilities, and we have the students and the parents to support our students to do great things. But now with these spaces that we have, now they have the tools to get to the next level. As I stand here today, I'm overwhelmed with deep pride, a sense of pride. The hard work and dedication of the architectural firm, PBS, that I've worked with them for many years. The project manager worked with them many years. The entire team, the entire construction crews, and to the entire school administrative team and the students who have navigated through the school while the construction was going on is quite amazing. And I cannot end my
1 2 1 2. I'll be talking to Grace, and I'll be saying, okay, great.
For their support. I was here just 1 month into the job, and I remember going into the executive session and the meeting and saying, I have an idea. We should have a bond, a $30 million bond. And when I went back home, my wife said, you're either crazy or delusional to go after 1 month and ask for $30 million to the community. But they believed in my vision, they believed in my ideas, and we thank you for your support. We thank you for doing that, because the students are benefiting every day because of what you believe in it. Our vision at Oyster Bay is to empower all students to achieve excellence. What a better tool to achieve that vision than our state-of-the-art broadcasting studio. This is more than a room filled with cameras and microphones. It's a platform. It's a place where students can find their voice, develop their communication skills, and create content that not only engages, but also inspires. We are empowering them to become storytellers, leaders, in communication and active participants of the world around them. Today, we're not just cutting a ribbon, we are symbolically unlocking a world of opportunities for our students. We are entering a new era of learning and exploration at Oyster Bay. With immense pride and gratitude, let's officially declare this place is open for our students. I thank you all for your support, and we're going to have Nancy up here. We have new scissors. This time Ready? Everybody. 3, 2, 1.
So thank you all so much for being here, and thank you to all of our administration who joined us tonight. We have Ms. Small here from Roosevelt, and we have Mr. Nelson and Ms. Smith here from Vernon School, and all of our administrators who are here as well. Thank you so much for all joining us. So now we're officially going to welcome you into our spaces. So feel free to explore our Innovation Lab. And then we have some students who will be able to guide you up to the second floor, where you can see our co-lab, which is a really amazing space as well, and of course our broadcasting studio. And we have a very special guest who is working with our own news anchors and our news team upstairs, who you'll be able to see as well in the second floor broadcasting studio. So thank you all so much for coming, and please come see our space.
If you're just joining us, you're watching the live broadcast of the opening of the 21st Century Spaces at Oyster Bay Middle High School. As you just saw, we just watched the Board of Education, Dr. Yanni, and Miss Argaman cut that purple ribbon, opening up all the new spaces here at Oyster Bay. Right now, the ceremony attendants are on their way upstairs onto the second floor to tour the new CoLab space and our broadcasting studio. We will pick up our coverage from there in just a few minutes. But while our Madeline Matthews makes her way up there, take a look at the report she filmed earlier this year about the new spaces.
Students have noticed some new changes happening here at Oyster Bay High School.
Yeah, I've noticed there's a new innovation lab downstairs and there's a broadcasting area here.
And that's only some of the changes at OBHS. New innovations have been added, such as the CoLab, the Innovation Lab, the new broadcasting studio, the terrazza, and the new school entrance. So far, the students have loved them all.
Excited to use the new recording studio, especially because I'm part of Bay News now, and it's just really exciting to see all the stuff that we learn in the classroom being applied in a environment where we have all the stuff needed.
It will give me more time to study in peace and quiet, while the library could be chaotic and there will be very peaceful.
Students all around are already taking advantage of the new additions, such as the 3D printing club using the Innovation Lab.
I've used it, actually, my club went in there one time. It's pretty cool. You can sit down, you put whatever you want on the board, you sit down, you can move all the tables and everything. You can have everyone set up in different formations.
I went there once to try the new chairs. They were pretty cool. They're like college level. You can like turn them around stuff. Pretty awesome.
Even the superintendent, Dr. Ayani, shares his excitement.
I think the most exciting thing for me, for my team, for the Board of Education, who supported our projects, all our projects, is to see students working together, doing something that is outside of the box, working on projects that never had an opportunity to work before because they didn't have the space.
Here we can get a sneak peek at the new Oyster Bay High School broadcasting studio. It's currently being furnished with the new state-of-the-art equipment. This will also be where the school-wide news show, Bay News Now, will be held. We're so excited to use it. Madeline Matthews, Bay News Now.
And now joining us is a very special guest. We are lucky to be joined by News 12 Long Island anchor and Emmy Award winner, Carol Silva. Hi, Carol. We are so happy to have you here in our broadcasting studio.
I have to tell you something. I've been in studios for more than 3 decades. The studio that is downstairs here is phenomenal. The planning of it, the execution of it, Alex Dolan, who is your teacher. I was going to call him professor, who is your teacher, who used to be my morning producer at News 12 Long Island. So you really are learning from the best of the best because he is that good.
That is great. Thank you so much. So how did you get into TV production?
Mine was kind of an accidental career. I was in college as a public relations major. I was required to take radio production 101, television production 101. My final project in radio was a 15-minute radio show with a 5-minute newscast. And without asking my permission, my professor took my final project and brought it to WBAB Radio, the rock station in Babylon, and they offered me my first job. So it was an accidental career, but as soon as I got involved, I was hooked.
Well, that's great. What are some of the most memorable days that you've had in the newsroom?
You know, I think that there were the big ones. There was September 11th. We've had hurricanes, storms. We've had, major snowstorms that closed Long Island for a couple of days, the crash of the Avianca airliner. But for me, the stories that touch me most are the stories about really the people of Long Island, where we all live, how we all live. The one that always comes to mind for me was about a homeless man when we had our first cold winter at News 12. And my assignment desk was going to send me to another story. And I said, no, let me do a story about homelessness. We don't have homelessness here. No, we do. And in 45 minutes, I was standing in a homeless community, a cardboard community on the side of the Meadowbrook Parkway in the snow up to my knees. And that changed the lives of so many people. That night, that homeless man was taken in by two 20-something-year-old guys who had bought a house. And it really introduced people to ideas, including the Interfaith Nutrition Network that was helping. So stories that help to change lives, those are the stories that really stay with me.
I would definitely have to agree with you on that one. So what advice do you have for me as a student who is studying broadcasting?
Don't go into broadcasting if you want to be on TV, because your mom says you're good looking or because it seems exciting, because the hours are rough. If you want a job where you can work nights, weekends, and holidays, you can go into the restaurant business, or you can go into television broadcasting. Those happen to be, or medicine, those are great choices. But if you're curious, if you really want to know about people's stories, if you're the kind of person who's online at the grocery store, and before you leave, you know about the person in front of you, you know about the person behind you, then you're perfect for the business because you want to know about people and you really care about people. That will make you a much better broadcaster, a storyteller.
That is great. How do you think this new studio will help become a better journalism and get someone more interested into the field of broadcasting?
The studio is incredible, but besides broadcasting, listen, you all will have something that I didn't have. That we weren't exposed to this when we were in high school, and even in college in the beginning, my first 2 years, I wasn't exposed to it. So you'll all have this opportunity. But in this day and age, everybody has a camera. Everybody can shoot a video. And so no matter what you think your major is, you'll be a better communicator if you pass through here, if you learn how to speak, if you learn how to listen, if you learn how to ask curious questions instead of just talking about you. That will help those of you interested in broadcasting, but that'll help anybody because this is a world where everybody communicates now.
That's great. I know that you mentioned before about helping people, how showing kind of the stories that aren't told. And we have been working with Empire State Ride, which is a local Long Island bike ride. And we've been working on it in class. So let's take a look about what story we've come up with.
This weekend, starting right here on Long Island, is going to change the face of cancer as we know it. This is Empire State Ride Launch Weekend.
This may look like just your average bike ride. However, it's saving the lives of many.
We formed a research affiliation in 2019 with Roswell Park Cancer Institute up in Buffalo. They're a comprehensive NCI center. We partnered with them to bring advanced clinical trials to our cancer programs throughout Long Island.
On June 8th, right here in Oyster Bay, the Empire State Ride Long Island is taking off with 3 different routes to allow for anyone to participate or show their support by volunteering.
So we have routes of 8, 25, and 62 miles. So anybody can come out and do the ride and support the cause.
All proceeds go towards funding innovative cancer research trials here on Long Island. The fee to register is only $25, with a fundraising minimum of $100 for anyone 18 years or older and $50 for anyone under the age of 18.
Cancer research is, it's not something that, brings in a lot of revenue for health systems. It's something we invest in. It's not something we make a profit on by any means.
If you are not a bike rider, don't worry. After the ride, there will be a street fair in downtown Oyster Bay, packed with food trucks and fun games for the entire family.
Certainly, after riding a bike, you want to hit the food trucks, and that's exciting. And there's always a good time for ice cream. Last year we had a dunk tank, which is a lot of fun.
However, this really is more than just a bike ride.
We give the riders an opportunity to honor loved ones who have battled the disease and hear stories about other people who have been through a cancer battle. And so it's much more than just a bike ride. It's really a wonderful experience.
Grace Curry, Bay News Now.
So that ride will be taking place just down the road in 1 month, helping save the lives of many who are suffering with cancer. So that kind of reminded me of what you were saying about telling stories of people who need help.
I'm actually going to be there for the kickoff of that event.
Same here.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's and it's true, because individually we can all get something done. Together, we're stronger and get a lot more done.
That makes a lot of sense. If you guys can hear, we have a lot of people from the ceremony that we witnessed before coming in to witness us talking and getting to look at the new broadcasting studio that we have here.
What do you think of this? What's your experience been like here?
I think it's amazing. I just started last December. I started as an anchor. We were working out of the art room that is downstairs, and watching other news broadcasts from other schools, it was very different. They all had somewhat studios like this or green screens and stuff like that. And when we were first proposed the idea of a new broadcasting studio, we were all so excited. And getting to finally step in to the broadcasting studio and start filming in here at first was a little nerve-wracking. However, it is so fun. It makes me want to dive deeper into what I'm learning with my stories, or just with sharing the news to everyone in the morning. So I think it's just an incredible experience, and I am so lucky that our school is able to have this new studio.
It's amazing, and it's so strong for the community. I mean, it really is going to help rise Oyster Bay. It really will. A lot of times I'm asked about just career advice in general. And one of the things that you're going to find, and all of the students here are going to find, that a lot of times you're going to get no in life. You're just going to get a no. And sometimes your worst day becomes your best day. I spent my first 2 years in Nassau Community College because my dad had been 20-year military. We didn't have the money to go away. And so my junior year is when I ended up at New York Institute of Technology. But when I found out that I couldn't go away freshman year, when my parents said, we just don't have the money, that was the worst day of my life. But when I got to New York Institute of Technology and my professor took that final project of mine and brought it to WBAB and I got my career, my worst day became my best day. And I think to remember that in the business, or really in any career, is so important, because you are going to get a lot of no's in life. And so much of it depends on how you respond to the no's. Do you keep going, or do you cave? Do you stay home? Do you start to repeat to yourselves, well, I guess I'm not that good. I guess I'm awful. Instead of keeping a list of all those things that you've done well and all those things that you love to do. And I am this, and I can do this, and I will become this, and I'm already this, and now I'm going to be a professional this. My kindergarten report card had all A's and E's, excellence for efforts, and it had one handwritten comment which said, she loves to talk. And what did I do for a living? I talk for a living. And you're also going to get no's when you apply for jobs. And I learned that no is just the first round of negotiations. So I brought a no with me. This is very intentionally in its original cracked lucite frame. This is intentionally in the frame that I kept it in from the beginning. It is my June 1983 letter from Cablevision. I had applied for a show on there, and this is how it read. Dear Carol, thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to audition for Cablevision's new show. We have made our choices, and although you were not selected for the position, we were impressed with your audition. I'm not even going to read the rest. I don't know that I've ever read the rest of it. But what I did was I continued to work where I was, which is in radio, and I continued to, I would meet people, I would ask for business cards, I would write down something about them personally on the back of the business card, what you do in your phone now, but I would write down something personal about them. So if I saw them again, I could say, oh, I remember I met you and we talked about, how's your dog Fluffy? You know, how is your child doing? Stayed in touch. And finally, I contacted one radio station that said, the news director said, if I had a job, I'd hire you tomorrow. That was it. For 6 months, I'd call him every 6 weeks and say, I'm working on this, I'm doing this. Here's the Long Island angle to this Middle Eastern story. What do you think? And he finally said, listen, I'm going to hire you, so you stop calling me. So no, which is what I got in the beginning, just is the first round of negotiations. Well, this is my 1983 rejection letter from Cablevision, and this was my first Emmy that I won for working for Cablevision's News 12 Long Island.
That is amazing.
So no is just the first round of negotiations. So a lot of it has to do with what you say to yourself about yourself.
Well, that is amazing. That is an amazing way to wrap up the show and to give everyone a sense of inspiration to do whatever they love. So it's been quite a day. Thank you so much, Carol, and for all of you watching at home for joining us for our first live broadcast out of the Bay Broadcasting Studio. Don't forget to check out our monthly updates and daily newscasts right here on our YouTube channel. I'm Grace Curry. Have a great night.
You're amazing. You're amazing.